Okay, hello again and welcome back. Thank you for being here. Just wanted to finish up the little tour here of Strega Crafts and Creations. Last off, I kind of got cut off here to the video time with a migraine application, and I guess the last thing I want to say about it really is simply that the combination of ingredients in here really do tend to be effective when it comes to your aromatherapies, olfactory senses here. Again, for when the migraine is starting or for when you're deep into the throes of it and just kind of need a little sensory oomph to get your head up off the pillow, as it were. That said, I want to move on here to Solivo de la Neuropatia, so neuropathy relief. What can I tell you about this? Well, this is a tried and true combination of frankincense and myrrh, a couple other things in there like ginger and capsaicin. So this is a great topical agent for your neuropathies, for your fibromyalgia, for your bruising at times even. There is a little bit of arnica here in the spray. And paresthesia kind of things, glial cell sensitivities. Why? Because both the fragrances in the frankincense and myrrh in particular offer both, again, that neurostimulation to relax the nervous system, works primarily with your autonomic nervous system, and are you sympathetic? And it also, there they go, also has analgesic properties. You know, capsaicin is known to heat things up, so is ginger, while you get that kind of soothing analgesic from the frankincense and myrrh as well. So this is a great one. This is not obviously mixed with the distilled water. This is a pure form, if I can hang on to it, pure form of oils here. So these are a little bit more pricier, but they are well worth the investment. This is one I use daily dealing with my own chronic health issues. So that said, good one. Sorry, Snow. I just had to knock. Good one to have next to the bedside, or, you know, part of the morning routine of applying it. Let me just give the dog a minute because I knocked and she thinks someone's at the door. Hey, Snow, can you give her a treat so she settles? Hey, Snowy, it's okay. It's just me. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good guard dog. Hey, come here. Come here, Snow. Good girl. All right. So that said, let's move on to the ever so popular, if only for the name, Calm Your Ass Down. So here we go. This is a great one for your anxieties, your panics, your depressions. What's in here? Well, there's lavender, of course. You know, lavender is a tried and true relaxer for your nervous system. But there's some special ones in here as well. There's a lot of melissa or lemon balm. There's a lot of spikenard. Again, these are all working with your nervous system, as most fragrances do, right? This is a great room spray. This is a great one, you know, just to simply smell. It's a wonderful citrusy kind of fragrance to it, especially with that lemon balm in there. Maybe a little bergamot in here as well. All of these are known to kind of uplift the senses, relax the nervous system, and they trigger mostly those that deal with anxieties. So as well worth the investment, comes with a great name, makes a great gift. As it is, it comes in a 10 milliliter for the box sets. It comes in a 30 milliliter. It comes in a 20 milliliter, and it of course comes in a roller as well. You can pick this up with one of your healer stones too, and just can't say enough good about it. It really is a wonderful fragrance, and it really seems to be effective for a lot of people. Maybe it's that pseudo effect, but it works wonders for many, and I'm always being asked for more. So that said, I want to remind you all too that anytime with an order, there's always the availability for gift certificates. Now, the $25 Villaggio Strega Tarot Reading gift certificate covers you with a 5-card reading. It focuses primarily on a situation or event in your life that you really want some clarity or guidance on for a particular situation. $55 gift certificates, of course, you're dealing more with your Celtic Cross spread or a Moon Lodge spread or Sun Lodge spread, getting a little bit more in depth with things. And then, of course, prices go up with regards to the combination of the Celtic Cross and then maybe a 5 or 3 card, some more intuition into it, etc. Always willing to work with people, but you can add these to your box set, of course, as a gift. It leaves you a little space, to write with love who it's from. This is an excellent addition to your box set, or simply to purchase for a loved one or friend that might like a tarot reading. I also want to bring up some wholesale options, of course, and, I can be messaged or emailed in relation to those because I do wholesale out all of the fragrances with the stones, all of the sets, I guess I could call it, whether it's a box set, whether it's an earring, 1 milliliter, 10 milliliter, sprays, bubble baths, and for $80 here, if you want a sampler set, that's 40 of 2 each Strega fragrances, the fragrances only typically, and they come prepackaged. They all have a little stone chip in them. Again, the stone chip comes with its own little story. The fragrance itself, and I make them available so that way they can be hung like on an earring rack or a little rack for your space, probably at the checkout area. Seems to work best for many people. Also want to remind everyone that I am a crafter of jewelry. Again, I love my beads, so I'm very fortunate and feel very blessed, and I really hone in on the stones, metaphysical properties when I'm crafting. I do a lot of, yes, custom crafting, but I really love custom crafting with intention. So, I'm a spiritualist at heart. That's the other hat I wear. And look at all forms of healing, really, mostly because it starts with my own personal journey with chronic health issues and everything. But it's like, kind of, what tools do we combine in the toolkit to create with, nurture the soul, maintain that health or recover that health. This is one of my favorites. This is my citrine, gobs of citrine around my neck. Yes, show me the money. But right with it is, right behind it is this carnelian spacer beads with antique Tibetan silver. A little bit of snowy with it there for a moment. This is all like trade winds, antique beads. Some of these beads are like 100 years old. I know this one I had to refasten a tassel for it. But I love old beads, like really old beads, and I love stones. And that's really the root of my creations here. Now, this one may not be old at all. This one comes with like Chinese paper painted beads, some seed beads, some hematite, some carnelian, but it's very, very classy, clean look, great for office wear. And that hematite's there to ground you. That carnelian's also a root chakra energy stone that brings you that stability, that security when you really focus on its attention. I'll mention once again paintings. I custom paint. Of course, in all forms, all sizes, everything from pieces of wood to slate to whatever you want it painted on. I have a whole price list available. Can't really see my owl. This is one of my more popular, colorful paintings. And yes, it glows in the dark. It is very intentionally a glow-in-dark black light painting, which I kind of started out for fun with, but it's really bright. It really pops. It's really fun painting. Yes, I love owls and birds. I love polar bears, of course. So a lot of my paintings for my personal or for fun do have those totems in it for sure. As you can see, my business card, of course, is the one with the owl. We're doing something astral with the universe and space, things like that, of that nature. Don't forget about the light catchers in there. I also want to remind you all that I still do create. I still paint on drums. I don't have any elk right now. I do have deer. Springtime, or next fall, I will have goat again. I make the drums, I make the rattles. Usually the drums are tuned in anywhere from 852 to 741, 528, and 432 hertz. Really depends on what the use is for it, but Journey with drums are available. They do take a while for me to craft, and they are based on whether or not I have a supply of hide. I also still have plenty of stuff available for handcrafted rawhide, leather, or gourd rattles. I'll see more of the gourds again, of course, in the fall. I do grow most of my own natural supplies, both for the herbal grimoire, my teas, other than these, the loose leaf teas, and for tinctures. Melissa is actually, lemon balm is actually one I craft and create for my essential oil. So just to bear that in mind, there is plenty more here not out on the table that I do custom create, custom order. I am still doing American tribal style floral headbands, if you're not familiar with that. It's a very specific type of American hybrid belly dance, and has a very unique and distinct look to it. It's very grounded, very earthly. Lots of flowers, ribbons, and other kind of natural supplies and jewelry. Creates kind of like that iconic look to the regalia. So I'll craft those at request. I will do fairy wreaths. Fairy wreaths are a little less request and more of like a springtime fun, coming up on Beltane here and not so far away. I usually start bringing them out around that time. It's definitely a lighthearted, kind of magical feeling of a head wreath, a lot of florals, a lot of ribbon. To wear as costume, medieval events, or, you know, just for playful fun. I have them in both adult and kid sizes. I don't see any out here right now, but I do have, I do paint on mandalas on rocks as well. A lot of the geometrical stuff on river stones, you know, just to bring some uplifting color to a space, represent mindful moments, encourage us some moment to pause or take a breath, appreciate the moment. Kind of little pieces of artwork to share. You can always too, if you're after a mandala stone, another addition to box sets, you know, and I think they range anywhere from, I think, like $3 to $20, depending on the size of the stone or what kind of what someone's after for the mandala itself, etc. You know, all those things. Jewelry, of course, you know about. Box sets, smudge sets are still up for grabs. I don't have any of the 6 to 8 inch abalone shells at this time. I do have plenty of 2 to 3 inches. If you haven't seen any of those, that of course comes with like your white sage, your loose leaf white sage, some Palo Santo, a Palo Santo stick, selenite is in there. Yerba Santa sometimes I swap out for the sweetgrass, or sweetgrass is in there. A little bit of frankincense and myrrh. A little bit of salt, because I provide you with a charcoal wafer, some incense cone. That's standard. That's usually comes in all of the smudge kits. And then there's option number 1 is I think like $22 for the box set. You get it's a great one for beginners. It's a great portable one because it has everything you need in there. It also comes with a mini smudge fan. And it can also include, I think for like $30 to $32, some earrings or a bracelet or fragrance if you want to turn it into like a box set. But then there's the 4 to 6 inch shell. You'll get like Mexican white or black copal in it. You may get some lavender. You'll have a larger smudge fan, probably something along this size. for your smudge fan with the 4 to 6 inch, whereas you can go up to something like this or this for your 6 to 8 inch. And then again, you'll have stuff like more added things. The bigger you go, the more added things, more things I like to put in there. You know, like a 6 to 8 inch, you'll have like dragon's blood in there, or you know, a large chunk of a clear quartz, something like that. Tools to work with, more tools to work with, really. And again, if you want to personalize it, if you want to make it more unique, let's say somebody really loves rose quartz, you know, you can throw a chunk of rose quartz in there. Throw like a 2 inch chunk of rose quartz in there. If you want to work more with like primordial energy, you may throw a chunk of stromatolite in there. If you're working more with your solar plexus, you may want some honey calcite, or